Is he really gonna do this bullshit again? No, seems to be okay now. Bonk, bonk. Minimize, 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 minimize. Bring that up. Close that. Mark folder red. Blanc, 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 and blanc. Okay. Well, that's yeah. Just gonna stick with it for a while. Hopefully it's leveling out, but who knows if it'll stay that way. Well, let's see and reload this. Of course it's going down. Frames aren't too bad. Okay, well, hopefully it'll be a lot better. Okay, reload the MooBot. Click here to connect a MooBot. I already did that. Don't worry about skipping. Rejoin. Okay. And MooBot. Okay. That one's good. And close those. Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome once again to Aniki Streams, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Part 5 for May 4th, 2017. I'm your host Aniki, and with me is the Cat Snake. And we are, as I said, continuing on with Apollo Justice. We didn't make a whole lot of progress last time. That was mostly because my internet connection was just a bit crappy. Today it seems to be holding a little better, so with any luck, we'll stick with it for a while, and it will stick with us for a while. And I finally think I've gotten my little setup down again to somewhat, or to something of normality. You know, seeing a couple of spikes here and there. Hello, Red Rock, how's it going, babers? So yes, we didn't really have any major developments. I believe what we saw. Oh yes, we found out that what was his name? Fuck, I don't even remember. It was the college student dude. You know, he was in the cap and thing, and he had the giant book. Well, we found out that he was not necessarily lying, but he wasn't quite telling the truth either. He was our first instance of perceiving, whatever the hell that means. Curry rehated well. Good job. That's good. That's good. But yes, we learned how to perceive, which basically means we focused on it, in on something, and checked to see whether or not, you know, they had a little tick, and then somehow was like, okay, that's it. That proves right there you're lying. Ah! And so that somehow opened it up for us. But on top of that, it wasn't even us who figured this out about ourselves. It was Trucy, who apparently has the same ability somehow. Yes, hello, Jack. Yep. How you doing, kitty butt? Come on here. Over here. Yes, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we are... Once we then found out that basically he knew nothing, we continued on with the next day and finding out more information about our situation. And now we are talking with him. So, yes, let's continue on with the game. I don't even remember what was going on beforehand, but that's okay.
Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. Head bonk.
Well, man, he's got soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money.
Isn't that a good thing?
Man, there ain't no soul making money. Better leave fast and die young. Full shizzle. Well, I run the yard, and everyone will know what time it is.
It's 9 o'clock.
No. That's right. OG time. All time. Represent.
Apollo, what is he talking about? Why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. Okay. Let us remember. Where are we? Alright. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little stuck in my... okay. Alright. I know where I'm at. About these weapons, the pistol and the knife.
They belong to the family. I snuck them out that night.
So the killer Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was...
I guess it was me. I was there after all.
We're finished. Yo, Walkie? Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night?
You don't beat around the bush, do ya? I like your style, shorty.
Okay. Not of the crime. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That apparently I didn't figure out until I showed you the knife. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him?
Eh? Did that checkup when I found out about the bullet in my heart? I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine.
Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you?
Oh, what? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to a clinic, right? When I run into him in the park, he's dragging this noodle stand behind him.
Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand.
Shorty, you're more right than I am, and that's saying something.
But I was serious.
Thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well.
You don't remember?
But, way I see it, there wasn't anyone else there that night. And I guess it was probably me who did him in. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. This guy is fucking crazy. Can I help you? My kitty missed me so much even though I didn't go anywhere. Okay, well, maybe now we can look at some of the stuff. Okay, June 16th, Kentucky Mansion. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just wanted her to say, "Oh my God, it's him!" Wait, that motorcycle.
Ah, if it isn't hair forehead.
Prosecutor Gavin!
Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck.
Why am I doing the... Okay.
Oh my God, he's so cool!
That's the screams.
New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. They'll love it. Ooh, he's so cute! It's so exciting. It doesn't even matter who...
yeah, forehead. They're so excited. It doesn't matter who is to them, see? It's surreal. And I just realized my French and my German accent seem to be mixing, so... But I don't speak Francican, so I don't know. what I can do about that.
So were you here investigating?
And I was on my way home. Now I'm going Swedish. Great. And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Ah, it's my fault. I think I used the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Ah, machines. Tell me you share my angst now, forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. Ah, in any event, I am off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. The detective, you mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle. Auf Wiedersehen, baby.
Oh my god, there he goes!
And forecast for the park today, gloomy skies.
Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo.
And People Park. June 16th, People Park. Huh? Does something about this scene look different to you?
The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there.
The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can.
She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well.
Hey, you there! If you're gonna talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please.
Oh, Detective Sky, hello.
You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kit, and I can't get the stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles from that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin?
More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous?
When he walks in, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting.
Oh, God. Speaking of distracting,
I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent.
Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct?
How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me.
Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident?
I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe.
But you're a detective now?
Well, I failed the test. But, you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart.
Well, I don't know about that.
I've always thought that, too. And my heart is full of science.
Well, yeah, that's technically true.
That's why I brought this small kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives.
Isn't that contaminating the scene? Yeah, are you sure that's okay?
I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way.
Kinky.
Glamorous, right. A prosecutor should be cool and of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simorous, you know?
No, actually I don't.
Well, that, and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney badge.
What? Really? He was the one?
You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys.
I'm neither a boy nor one of his. But let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details.
Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway.
Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that?
Ooh, you want to know, do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy.
Kinky. You mean you splurged? You mean it wasn't a police issue?
What is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit.
Footprint?
It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was wet as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panic-snatching student witness, for instance. Aha! So with that kit... Right.
What?
Want to try this stuff out?
Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all.
Oh, pshaw. You're friends. And to tell you the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache.
Footprint analysis, huh? Should I give it a go? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, I'll give it a go.
That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions from her kit.
Why does this not fill me with confidence?
First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? I'm going to verify the defendant's account. Here's the place to start. Shoe prints, prepare to be examined. Ooh, this is so exciting! Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just touch the screen where you want to pour the plaster. Like this.
That doesn't look too hard. You got hit by a wave of tired. Well, that's just lovely. Hope you don't have that tomorrow at the movies, babers.
If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're over, you have to start over.
Okay.
Not bad. You handier with that than you look.
Thanks. What's that supposed to mean?
On to the next step. Whoop. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just touch to direct the dryer. There. Give it a shot.
Yep, gotta make use of those touch controls, don't we?
Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look.
Chunk.
Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink.
Ready for the next step?
Okay, use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print.
Okay.
Right, now the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes.
Today is still jet lag.
Let's see if we get a match.
Match found.
So the shoe print belongs to Waki Kitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better.
She's definitely way more into this than I am.
Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here solving the case with science.
Well, that certainly brightened her mood. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? scan that to see that it's a match. Yeah, I know. Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I say. Now to pick which print you want analyzed. Well, let's do these ones first. Okay, looks good, sure. Next, to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Huh. Looks like his shoe got nailed. Let's see if we get a match. Well, that's where he said, Yes, I wonder if it's a match. I don't know. Apparently I'm able to do that faster than a computer can. So, these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler? This confirms his testimony, the final version of it, at least. Now we know where the penny snatcher was standing. Well, we just got one more. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. Now to pick which print we want to analyze. Let's do that one. Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next, let the ink. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list. A mystery print. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It is a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. So, man, so glad the cats are happy to hang with you right now. Yeah, me too. It's right next to the Eldune's noodle stand. Does make one wonder. Hey, you! Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mystery shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. No, sorry. Wait, no need? Okay. Too bad, I wonder what it is. Something's familiar about that smooth surface. So smooth it's almost slippery. Yeah, I'm under. Well, if you think of something, I'm all ears. Okay. Kentucky Mansion. Well, let's examine this. This trash can. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom? Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up. Slippers added to the court record. Well, let's check the court record. Okay, do they have a leaf print? No, but they have paint. So this was definitely the shoe. or slipper rather, that made that mark. They say the Rectus Clinic. Hey! What? This slipper. Look, right here. I think it's a toe mark. Toe mark? You think we can get a print off that? Sure, toes have prints just like fingers do, you know? This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints. So we won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. Nope. Okay. I wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. Bronk. Oh, great, this shit again. Just get the whole thing, might as well. Unfortunately, we have the magic mic. There we go. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? Oh, feels like the case is solved already. What was next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Oh, wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her? Get some expert advice? I guess so. I'm not so sure she really qualifies as an expert. Okay. Ah, the slippers. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print, off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? No. No, I can't think of anything I might have with the toe print on it. Oh, well, it was too much to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something. A toe print sample, Okay. Let's see. And now, let's go to Hickfield Clinic. June 16th, Hickfield Clinic. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did detectives say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean?
What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They say you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you.
Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself?
How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial?
Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one.
It's weird that we figured out as a species that our fingerprints are unique.
Yeah, it is weird. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it?
But
I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know.
Mr. Wright...
Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery, for now. Okay. Well, let's leave. News house. Okay, nothing new here, so let's check out the garage. Nope. Nope. Well, maybe we can go in here now? Front entrance to the Rectus Clinic. Walls and posts are highly polished so I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. Okay. Did I miss something? Okay. Missed a step. Clinic. I must have missed a step. Okay. Kentucky Mansion. And now back to here. Oh. I'm pretty sure I can see Olivia, You know, I think I have the culprit right here. That I showed you already. Know what I'm eating?
Know what I'm eating?
Snacks?
Snacks. More precisely, whenever I'm in a bad mood, I eat chocolate snackaroos. Those look more like senbei to me.
I had no idea.
I think she means you picked the wrong evidence, Apollo, right?
I had no idea. So many more trends to analyze. I know, quick, step in that mud over there. I don't think analyzing my footprint is going to do much good. I would have had fun. Wait, what? Okay. Do not have another shoe worn by the same person. No, I don't. Did I must have missed something. fuck? Print's far too smooth. Show evidence. Leave a print like that, you know? What the fuck? Okay. Bottom was covered in paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? Looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed? I got paint on my hand. Apollo, I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. Okay. Now can I use that? Oh. Even though I saw the leaf print, I had to check that it was, in fact, a leaf print. God damn, I hate this game sometimes. Well, most times. Well, I think these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See? Right here. Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Rectus Clinic. That we already knew said it. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. Oof, what? Can you get us access into the Rectus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we can prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Eh? Really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Detective Sky is ordered and added to the court record. Alright, Rectus Clinic, here comes justice. Okay. Not bad. June 16th, Eldune's house. Ah, you two again. When, oh when will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. Sorry, I got a thing in my nose. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look at what we have. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin, today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Huh. June 16th, Rectus Clinic reception. Huh? Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Okay. These must be the slippers for patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottom. Which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder.
Right. Oh, sorry. The paint's from the hit and run, after all. What were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients? Or maybe a visitor that's come to see Dr. Rectus. You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if the patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these, just in case. Yes, Mr. Salty Balls. Okay. Uh-huh. Examine. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh? This could be a toe print. Maybe you can get a print off this. Let's try it out. Dust for prints. There we go. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? Wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print, but is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print unless we look at the same one that we already have. It seems like a good time to ask the detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. No, not really. Okay. So let's see. Clinic's reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is a victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks? Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. It's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Thump. Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break-in. They left through that window. Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. It must be your experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Yeah, I've been saying that all game. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Okay, examine. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of the cup. It's dry. So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now? Burglar? Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9... Wait, do you think... A burglar just now was trying to open it? Wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers?
Well, we know the first two are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last two numbers? I wonder. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next two numbers are. When you press the buttons, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? It will leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Okay. And now... Okay, 7, 9, and 2 and 5. Look, you can see the oily finger residue clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. Nope. Well, there's only one other. 9, 5, 2. Yay. It opened. Why is there a bullet hole? This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. Tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet added to the court record. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry. Okay. This looks like a medical chart. There's an X-ray in here with it. An X-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Walkie Kataki. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be in here in the safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Pal Rectus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala. Alita Tialita. I think that's a typo. It has to be a typo. Someone was not paying attention, and they, oh, typo, save, and a picture of that. I should go through the entire series and make screenshots of all the bad typos. There we go. Okay. Lady Tiala is Walkie's fiance. That's one. Oh, no. Okay. It wasn't a typo. My mistake. I was not giving the game enough credit. That's one Ida too many, Apollo Lotto. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she was on staff at this clinic? I thought she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So, Alita Tiala worked at the Rectus Clinic, and she had access to Walkie Kataki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Apollo. Okay. My mistake. I shouldn't have jumped the gun there. It's just that with the typos that have shown up in this game or this series, especially the second game, well, I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? If only we knew someone who was friendly to us that we helped out recently that's also a medical professional. Ow, ow, ow. Why is my eye twitching? Walkie's chart added to the court record. Okay. Back. Where's the lamp? Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on on a part of the cord. You think that's blood? I hope this isn't Briss's blood. It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. It's light red. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Lamp added to the court record. Okay. Move. Okay. Haldoon's house. Oh, and he's not here. So I guess we can go back to the Kataki Mansion and People Park. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? I just found out what an orgasm is. Oh, okay. You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, you'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Bunk. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Well, yeah. Yes, I do. Actually, I think I just might. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with the other print? This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear, too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. Same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, I can. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Okay. Nakataki Mansion. Move to Rain G. Move. Detention Center. June 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again? You always have to announce your entrances like that. Man, my old man, Man! I'm all in a funk, and it's not his fault. I can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up! Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Sometimes I wonder why I do what I do. Hey, man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. Feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've learned one thing today. It's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man's whack. Disappointed, that's what he is. Heard he wants to leave the mob. Oh, my dear body! Spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go side, fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. Day I get out of the clinic, that's the day Lita and I start the next generation of the Kentucky family. Yes? Are you mad that I'm not paying attention to you, even though I'm giving you pettins and lovin's and kettlins and rubbins? Because I love you. Because you're my cuddle butt. Please don't talk as though you, as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Huh? What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke or nothing. I live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala. Huh? You always do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Whoa. Jack just sneezed on me. Ugh. Fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Okay, and does he know anything about these? Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Man, so cute, man. So, these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updated in the court record. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me, hauled me out to the docks. The Rectus Clinic? That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like, I'm down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So, that was the proposal? You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. God, you worthless virgin. About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? Know about the report, I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? Know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. Well, hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? No, my old man certainly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Old and I mean. Okay. Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Maybe Mr. Eldoon's back. June 16th, Eldoon's house. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Truce doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. Just like my doctor days are gone for good. Mr. Eldoon. Okay, nope, did that get updated? No. Well then here. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Whoa. Permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. You can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with.
You mean...
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart pumping and the lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half year, tops.
But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great.
How could Dr. Rectus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
Got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
The Kitakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Walkie's back on the streets living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful.
Which doctor would they take him to? Rectus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die?
There's darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Walkie...
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart, look at the nurse section. Lita Tiala.
That's right, this operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed.
Ah.
Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make any sense. If she knew her patient were in danger, or was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Lita Tiala? To be continued.
Yeah, I don't think we have too much longer, so let's give it a shot and try and finish it up. It might take a little bit longer, but that's okay. Okay, June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
It's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo.
That voice.
Hey, get any sleep?
Mr. Wright.
I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indocine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
That's German tank of a mom. Nope, guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's barely morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Lady Tiala, your client's fiancée.
She's gonna be a witness? That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to.
Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. The court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kentucky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
guilty of panty snatching,
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Judge, his partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein?
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many birds these days can't even weave back suits blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kentucky, confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Waki's plan.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Rectus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
Okay, well, that is what we call an argument from ignorance. Okay, so the pistol did belong to the Kentucky family then? Yes, with regard to this, an investigation is underway at the Kentucky mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry mark from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? I think of them as being a gun's fingerprints left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? See, now, you were talking about how amazing it is that we figured out, fingerprints are unique. How the hell did we figure out bullet fingerprints are unique? That just seems really cool, I can imagine that no two gun is made exactly alike, but you would think that if, it was pressed together and whatnot, that it would, it would be all the same, because I would assume that, those tend to be man-made, or not man-made, they're machine-made, but I don't know anything about guns, so I don't know. Anyway,
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Walkie's plan. Okay. Linda. How can you say that for certain? How?
Ah!
Airforehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was a defendant, Uwaki, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used the pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? Yeah, of course. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Sorry, I'm getting my accents mixed up again. Who was the other person? Well, Leda Tiala. Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed the man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this, it does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. Hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. That looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the Rectus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What? Miss Tiala, whatever... Why is your name on this chart? Because she worked there? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
A warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't, now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. I embrace the ones I love. Past flaws and all, no matter... There's no connection now. It doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Rectus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Rectus Clinic. I guess these, sort of? These sandals were found at the Rectus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Ah! Well, who knows? I'm sure there are a lot of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints, Okay, and see, this whole bit where he's kind of taken over leads me to believe that he knows all the details of the trial beforehand already. He knows about the connection and stuff. He's just kind of trying to lead the court along because he's after the truth as well. But he's better at it than Apollo is, I guess. He, in my opinion, of this for this game, he seems more in control of how the game proceeds than Apollo is. I know that's not saying much when even frickin' Trucy is more leading this whole scenario, but anyway. Okay. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow. This guy thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about the visit. Why did you go to the Rectus Clinic that day? Are you still there, Babers? Just curious. Rectus Clinic. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Yeah, right. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know. That does make sense. Yes, but there's one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Given? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. I can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home, too. So, why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. See? There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There's, after all, no other possible explanation, ya forehead. Oh, what the? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Rectus Clinic. Okay. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad, Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filled this chart in was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Okay. You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh, great. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? Felt my bracelet vibrate just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? What's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. It must be sharper than mine. Yeah, sure. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then, what do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Okay. Clinic. Hmm. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. Why are you pointing this out for them? What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. Chart wasn't a part of your past. It was clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup was this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Well, nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waukie's chest x-ray would reveal. Full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. Eek! Uh-huh. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great awe emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Rectus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order, order! I did it! I broke her testimony! Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all! Daddy was right about you! Wait! Miss Tiala? It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with this case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Yeah, I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? Looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Rectus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. But this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far. But there's a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? This pistol was taken from the Rectus Clinic that day, or Kitaki Mansion that day. Ugh. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Elfohead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. Rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state the position? The bullet in the safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. Safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Rectus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? You keep talking about my leader, and I'll sue you, lawyer man! Huh? Me? Uh-oh. Hold on. Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my leader. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He let me to die, so it left him to die too. There in the park. Waki, just cool down a second. Please. You keep your hands off my leader, all. Miss Tiala? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart. Engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for brainless, spoiled brats such as yourself. Alita! Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after? That's right, I wanted the money. No Hey, that's whack! I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but what are you talking about, Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him. That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What? What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right. Miss Tiala. Yes? It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Rectus Clinic on the day of the crime. The Rectus Clinic, too. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Rectus was shot in the temple or not. You went back later? That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart in, could you? And later that night, Dr. Rectus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah, that was you? Thump. Yeah. This side, I came from behind the door. Someone's in there. Break in and left through the window. So you were the burglar. That was you too? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing, and brazen at that. Oh, is that a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting a little crime to avoid the big one, eh? The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shot it from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken. But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. Then why don't you show us, Elforehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? Well, that would be in the cart. But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. So, again, he knows he's just making us do the work. If you can, that is. Aki Kitaki was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Sticker at the witness mark, and of course Rectus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? As facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from? It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Eh? Penalties are such a frightening thing, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so. Oh, so just double penalty? Elforehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? He is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, then there's only one place the killer could have been. Killer shot the victim from here. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Sticker was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in the testimony. And the victim turned to look at him. Excuse me. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You said the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Rectus, came to the park, wheeling his own motor in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'd think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with that problem one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proofs, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that?
You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. The Rectus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in the trash can near the scene of the crime. And single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Eck. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Eek! Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. Slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was one on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to hide in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Paulo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in that stand. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Rectus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldoon was very clear about these bowls. Well, I don't care who did it without that stand unfinished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. At night, there was a space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Rectus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than the spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. The court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Rectus. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Rectus pulling the stand that night? And why was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Tiala's explanation. At night, I went to ask Dr. Rectus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki's hands. But Dr. Rectus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. See, you knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself? I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Hint, hint. Tiala's explanation. up. Gotcha, Miss Tiala. I heard you just fine the first time. What? I wasn't aware we were playing paintball. She's one cool cucumber, that Alita. Maybe I spotted the wrong spot. What? Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. Move to neck. Let home. Yes, yes, yes. All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me some proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? I don't stream. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck. Oh god, shut up. This is working better than I hoped. Her conscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I tell you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habit or unconscious reactions. Yeah, I don't care. Can't hide behind yourself. Something happened between you and the victim in the Rectus Clinic. Okay, finally back to actual relevancy. Something happened between you and the victim in the Rectus Clinic office. Now I've got the proof that shows exactly what happened. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Yeah? Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Eek! This is a trial to determine what happens at that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm a unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothes. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Rectus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait. Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Rectus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Rectus Clinic. Order. Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already.
I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Rectus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin?
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You.
And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Rectus was serious, deadly serious. He tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord, it was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now?
Eh?
I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I?
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Rectus Clinic, and it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it, it's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you are also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't want to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well, this finishes cross-examination of this... Not so fast, this party is just getting started. Now we rock.
What?
Those spikes on your head are such as in the look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin? Rectus choked Elita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Elita Tiala half dead, Dr. Rectus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from the inside or from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Elita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin?
Me, Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. See?
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now.
On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report,
from which he learned about the bullet still inside him.
So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Rectus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about it from Walkie. So she went to the Rectus Clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Rectus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Elita Tiala, perhaps, he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the scent of his clinic and the scene of the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Airforehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Rectus do? Maybe you did think he killed Elita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show that he did? Yeah, I put her in the noodle stand. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Gaeldune's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? Wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place? Ah! Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move was to be dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. And let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kataki? Now I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? Puck is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Yeah, please show us on the diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? Blanc. There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. Perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement. Wesley Stickler, of penny snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... So, I shot him? You're the only one who could have stolen Waki Kataki's pistol. Had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala? Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out how far heads there is? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right, Rectus Clinic has that big garage. In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used the car. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand, and our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Eh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was the green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about that. Afterward, he drove it back to the garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No. Order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Rectus use his car to carry the body? It's a groan of surrender, I hear. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. See, you know something. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This truly is your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Rectus couldn't use his car. Now you're making me less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and that explanation is simple. It's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence? Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Let's see now. Panties? Again? All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed on the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Rectus Clinic garage. What? Snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in a car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And it was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Rectus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Rectus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps up doubt. This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark, I can't see. Cramped. The pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You Doc, I know what you did. Oh. Walkie? You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your messing, man. Oh, wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No! He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. See, sisters want you to. Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. You killed someone, and all you got to say is too bad. Well, I guess you really do fit in the gangster family. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police, which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Rectus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake
was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. Yeah? And you figured out she was the killer a while ago. Yeah? Some advice, now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you learned over the past 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either, yeah. Something the matter for head? Looks like it's a time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! Whee! Court is adjourned. Blink, blink. June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Great job, Apollo! You did it! Yeah, we did, somehow. Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita Holmes? Or to blame, I guess. You give me my Alita back. Stupid ponyhead attorney with a death wish? Enough, Walkie. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Well, it's because of this. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. Yeah, it pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean. You aren't really, are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, we got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Please understand, Walkie. Dad! Man, I see how it is. Oh, man. Oh, is you looking out for... Walkie? Let's go. Oh, man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, and we'll see who's the OG. You try and hide your business here, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My Walkie. No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he's gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the right agents, the right anything agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Huh? Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her.
Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles, right. Got his stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's a special night. Please, anything but him. The end. Okay, and so comes an end to our sordid little tale. And Turnabout Serenade is going to be a very interesting one. It's actually, I would argue, the worst one. It's also probably the longest. Well, it's long. Okay, this one was this trial was relatively short. I know it took me like a week to do, but that one was short. This next one, there is quite a bit of nonsensory. You know, we got to prove completely unrelated stuff in order to prove related stuff. And there's a lot of twists and turns that seem really arbitrary, but we shall deal with those in time. Hopefully, we shall continue on Sunday at 7 p.m. That is -5 GMT. It is 9:11 p.m. right now. And you can adjust your schedules accordingly, and hopefully we'll see you then. Until then, thank you, Red Rock. Thank you, Cat Snake. And thank you, viewers. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Later.